village did not sleep that night. Even after the red light faded and the sky resumed its ink-black stillness, the people of Flanders remained awake, silent, watchful. The air hung thick with the unsaid, an unspoken understanding that gripped them all. And then it came. The room froze. The very air became thick with tension. The barkeep, a stout man with knuckles like iron, reached for the shotgun under the counter. His eyes flicked toward the door, his grip tightening. No one moved to answer. No one dared. Then the knocking came again. More insistent this time. Hand hesitated on the latch, a cold sweat gathering at my brow. A girl stood there, barefoot on the cold earth. She could not have been older than 8. Her nightgown was damp with morning dew, clinging to her skin as though it was still night. But it was her eyes that silenced all, hollow, dark as the deep wells of the forest. Her voice was small, barely a whisper, but it carried an unsettling weight.
"They're awake."
Johan blinked, the words sinking into his heart like stones, and then, as if drawn by some unseen force, her finger pointed beyond the village, toward the abandoned manor atop the hill. The house long forgotten, the house that had been still for years, exhaled a thin curl of mist from its broken chimney, as if it had taken a long waking breath after years of slumber. The manor's silhouette stood against the dark sky, its windows like vacant eyes watching. Johan's pulse raced, and for a moment he thought he might fall to his knees. The village was no longer safe. We were no longer alone. The girl's gaze never wavered. She turned, her pale form becoming a shadow against the night, her voice drifting back to me as she walked away. I stood there in the doorway, the wind howling through the trees. The girl was gone, but her words lingered in Johan's mind.
It's breathing. No one's ever been in there for years. Why now? Why tonight? The house, it's alive.
Gnawing at the edges of his sanity. The house that breathed. The tension builds in the quiet as Johan slowly closes the door. And he could feel that, in the depths of the darkness, something was stirring. Something that had been waiting for far too long.